considering the homeless is I think that's what I got. What's up, Jesse?
Well, my situation is with the homeless people is that, you know, the majority of the people are kind of semi-psychotic.
Yes.
And mentally abused at this point.
Late April.
I don't know. I don't know that a majority of them are, but I agree that that's a huge problem. Mental health issues is a huge problem. Yes.
They just send them out on the street.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to have to deal with them.
Who's they?
So I mean, the general public. Nobody wants to deal with them people.
Well, I don't know. I think there's a lot of places
to be honest with you, when you drive, hang on. Just give me a minute here.
Sure, go ahead.
When you drive down the road, and you see the person on the side of the road, and they're acting all sketchy and weird, have you ever thought that they may have a mental problem, and nobody's willing to help them?
Every time.
Or at the same time, think about this. They don't want your help because they already been fucked over.
Oh, hey, buddy, Jesse. You can't drop. Okay, you can't be dropping F-bombs on the show. Go ahead. I know you're passionate, but
sorry about that. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, I personally have been homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of understand the situation.
Mm-hmm. So, are you homeless now?
No. Thank God I'm not.
How did you get out of that situation?
Because I chose to deal with myself better.
So, did you have alcohol or drug issues?
Some stations will...
both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, are you sober now?
Some stations will say, you know what?
Yes.
So, would you say that your sobriety directly led to you not being homeless anymore?
Well, my mental stability.
Well, right. I mean, when you're under the influence of alcohol and drugs, you're not mentally stable.
That is not true, sir. I'm 100% say that is not true.
So you're telling me that when you were... So wait a minute, Jesse. Now you give me a minute. So you're telling me when you were using drugs and drinking, you were mentally stable?
Yes, I was.
And that's why you were homeless? And you were choosing to be homeless?
I choose to be in that situation because what I was dealing with at home. My homelessness led to my sobriety.
Your homelessness led to your sobriety?
Yes.
Okay. And so wait a minute. I'm curious. So what led to your homelessness?
Yeah.
What led to your homelessness?
The fact that my home situation will not be conducive to my sobriety, so I decided to be homeless to get away from that.
So you were living? Were you living with people that were Were you living with people that were actively forcing you to drink and do drugs?
No, I was living with addicts.
Okay, I got you. No, we've said that many times that you are who you hang out with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100%. You hang with. You are what you hang out with.
Correct.
100%.
So you got sober by living on the streets?
I got sober by watching other people deteriorate.
Well, weren't you watching that in the home that you were living in, living with addicts?
And also out on the street.
No, I understand that, but you saw what you needed to see on the streets that you didn't see in the home you were living in? Is that what you're telling us?
The home that I was living in wasn't conducive to my sobriety.
Okay. So what are you doing now? You're sober? When's the last time you had a drink or did a drug?
The last time you were like some pot, or you were like what?
Well, I don't know. What do you consider a drug? Is smoke? Do you think pot's a drug?
I'm not shooting heroin anymore.
Well, that's good. That's just, hey, you know what? That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah. So, is marijuana your only drug of? Is marijuana your only choice of recreational drug?
Yes.
And that keeps your mind where you need to be.
Well, no, that keeps me from being
a heavy, hard drug user. You don't use heroin because you don't have to, because you have marijuana, which eases your brain.
I'm doing good.
Good. That is wonderful.
So a lot of people are emotionally and mentally unstable on the streets right now.
Right.
They don't trust the people, you know, First of all, they don't trust anybody that they're fucking with.
Okay, all right, Jesse.
No.
That's two. I'd love to keep talking with you, man, but I feel
No.
like you think we're sitting up on a fire barrel right now, hanging out.
No.
You're on the radio. You can't drop F-bombs, Jesse.
I'm sorry. I understand that. I understand that.
No, well, okay, then don't do it again. So, Jesse, look,
I'm working on it.
let me just say this, Jesse. I'm happy for you that you got where you need to be and that you're no longer doing heavy, hard drugs. And I'm assuming you have a job now?
I am employed, and I am especially in a
Wait until he
relationship.
drops it.
That's
again.
awesome.
He's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing is that people
Stop leaning on your phone so heavy. Jesse, pull the phone closer to your mouth, bud.
All right.
There it is.
First of all,
There you go.
the people in Anchorage
Yeah.
that are they really feel congested. You know what I'm saying? They hang to their own group.
You're talking about the homeless
The
people?
homeless people hang to their own group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The homeless people, they hang their own group.
Okay.
They don't really like messing with people out in the public.
Yeah,
You know, if you come up to me like, can I help you? They're like, a lot of them, yes, they'll take your help, but they don't really want your help. They just want you to leave them alone, and they'll take what you give them.
yeah, and I appreciate that, but that doesn't mean that they should be able to litter and defecate and urinate all over the city and cause
Now
problems.
that right there to me is a problem. I mean, if you're going to live in a tent around some people, you shouldn't be butt naked and pissing on the street in front of the kids.
Correct.
And the people going down the road. You know, the fact that Anchorage took that public indecency law out. You know, where you just pee wherever the hell you want to feel like. You know, that's one thing that I don't like.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I'm glad
because I see people.
we can agree on
I
that.
have seen people come out of the bar and be like, "Well, I could just piss out on the highway now. Nobody's going to take me to jail for it."
Yeah.
You know, it's not only the homeless people that do it; it's anybody walking down the road that feels like they can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and as far as downtown goes, you don't really have a place
That's a good
where
place
you
to
can go
bullshit.
and relieve yourself in peace. First of all, I understand you have a lot of drug users, and you know, then they use the porta potties and they do their thing and they do whatever in there, and some of them just camp out in there all night long and all that stuff. But at the same time, you can't really, you know, be mad about somebody having to take a piss downtown because you can't go into a business and not take piss.
Yeah. Well, you know what, buddy? Then there's all kinds of things we got to fix first, okay? And focusing on the ones focusing on the ones that we can't help, Jesse's not going to get us any further. We need to help the people that we can help, whether they want our help or not. Doesn't really matter at this point, because if you're making the city a bad place to live, then we got to do something with you.
Well, you got to. You're also looking at a majority of native people living downtown.
Why are you
living in the village too, and they do whatever the hell they want there.
Well, I mean, then we need to address that as a problem, Jesse. I gotta let you go. We gotta take care of some commercials, or we're gonna end up on the
You have a
street.
good one.
All right, buddy. I appreciate the call. All right, we'll take a quick break. 2 F-bombs for free on the program. You're welcome.
Alaska's morning show
Hey, if you ask me, these guys are sharing a brain.
on K-Whale.